Team Kill Podcast. Intentional Strays.
Oh, what is up, everybody? My name is Killing Spree 37.
And I am Silencer, and I'm a podcaster.
And
Headshot.
this is episode 50 of Team Kill Podcast.
50. You know what 50 is? You know?
Yeah,
But there's a...
Curtis Jackson.
No.
Get rich or die trying.
If you put a dot between the 5 and the 0, that's the engine it's in the Mustang.
You know, I think it's funny, right? Because I only know this because your Instagram handle had your name and then it had 5.0.
My email has that. 5.0. Even my email, yeah.
I was like,
That's dedication.
like, what kind of significance does this hold, huh? You had a 5.0 in school or what?
So, it's a...
He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I had a 5.0 the engine, not the actual grade, the GPA.
Headshot.
I had no grades because, they fucking... I didn't even graduate. They kicked me out.
Nah, but you speak like a scholar, You got your own business. Who the hell said you needed to graduate?
Exactly. That's what I kept telling my teachers, but, they didn't believe in the vision.
Yeah, they just believe in other things.
So the teacher that told me, that she was waiting to see me under the bridge. Much love,
Not just hitting you up because her fucking brakes don't work.
She's in my DMs.
In your DMs. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. A handsome bachelor as yourself.
Like, oh, you already graduated and you're not on the bottom of on the bridge?
Listen, I used to have like fantasies of
Time to warm up your dinner.
I used to have fantasies of busting a teacher's ass in fucking high school. There used to be a few baddies, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I
know a few.
I was like, I know a few too. I would. It's like it's like to the point where like you see him on Facebook, you're like, damn, well, what has she been up to, since these high school days.
Me too. That shit made me want to fucking pursue a career in, to teach school so I could be, fellow. What do you call it? Fellow
alumni.
No, not alumni. The workers, the employees.
Oh yeah,
fellow employee of the baddies.
Right. Nah, I always used to want to like shoot my shot, when I got older. But I got with somebody and I can't do it. But a few times the teachers have crossed by my Facebook friends, right? And I'm like, damn, I wonder what she's been up to. Like, she got like 3-4 kids. I'm like, yeah, I bet she fucking does. She looked like a little freak.
Now's your time to get a green card, buddy.
Well, the offer, I had a report card and every grade in there was a green letter. So, we'll let it slide. Man, let me tell you, we're talking about past weekends real quick.
It was a little weird, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
And I only say this because so from last weekend when we talked about, how I was gonna do all that, it got to a point where I got fucking busy. So these past 2 days, starting on Friday, it went to a point where, a lot of separation of documents, the boring stuff, right?
Right.
And my phone, I had the other one that I told you, the OnePlus.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I started to get annoyed because even though it's a great phone and better specs and everything, it for some reason it just didn't feel right. Okay.
Right. Besides the battery.
Yeah, the fucking battery. I fucking hated the battery, even though it charges fast, but it drains fast.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a fucking screen. This was on Saturday. Screen for my other phone and fucking finally fix it. So I did. And so yesterday, it was a weird day because on Sundays I usually try to relax because it's at least the only day that I get to sit back and just forget about fucking work days, right?
Right.
And usually when that happens, in the morning I fucking get up, I go fucking get some breakfast and then I go fucking to the store, see what the fuck I find to buy, run little errands and just get away, right, from being in the same routine. And this past weekend, so I went to Best Buy and I couldn't find a screen. For some reason, I thought they were going to have some, but they didn't. So I just ordered it that past Saturday. And yeah, I spent my day. I fucking fixed my phone, got back to it. I fucking hacked it. As you iPhone guys would say, jailbreak.
I haven't said that in a while, but yeah. We
Yeah,
used to
so I
have
did
to.
that.
We used to have to jailbreak our phones because it was for like T-Mobile. So to get it
Oh
on
yeah.
Cricket, we would have to jailbreak it, and then if the phone died, the jailbreak would go away, and you'd have to pay again. So you could never
That's
let your phone
fucking
die.
wild.
I know.
Damn. So yeah, I did that and got my phone back. And the reason why I love this phone is because it's easier to hack, I guess.
Yeah.
And I got everything accessible to the point where I installed an app where you need it to be hacked so it can fool the system. And literally every single fucking ad that I get from Facebook, the games, it literally blocks it and I don't see them. So I'm playing a game, and instead of the ad popping up, you know how you're playing the game and the fucking ad pops up?
Yeah.
It just fucking shows a black screen for like 2 seconds, then it goes away, and then I continue.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I'm a YouTuber. I support ads and ad blockers because,
Yeah,
I don't like Facebook knowing, hey, would you like to buy this pizza from this place your girlfriend mentioned from fucking 4 feet away?
it's wild, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
so I
crazy.
installed that, and I've been tracking it since yesterday, and it's crazy how many trackers these fucking websites and companies are, daily adding. So it came to a point where I had 2,500 ads blocked since Saturday.
Wow.
That's a fucking huge amount. Imagine if, like, for regular phones that you can't do that, all that information that's going towards them and shit. Fuck that.
Yeah,
So
that's wild.
it's crazy. So now we're back in my old routine phone. Hopefully I don't break it again.
You
And
don't
I
leave
did it
under a
myself.
car?
It wasn't it wasn't hard. It was just heating it up, just breaking the outer glue, I guess, because it's just glue,
Right.
and fucking replacing the panel, putting it back in, letting it dry, and good to go.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I thought it was gonna be harder, but yeah, I mean, besides that, I've just been busy. We played that Alien game.
Yeah, we'll dive into it a little bit later.
I mean, aside from that, it's been chilling, and I've been keeping my eye on the weather with that hurricane that's going on.
Yeah, Hurricane Ida, right? Ida?
Yeah. So when was it? Yesterday it started getting like pretty dark around here. So we're expecting some. Even though it's not in the news, I'm pretty sure we're gonna expect some heavy rain.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When you ghosted the shit out of me yesterday, I was like, damn, what if he's like in a hurricane? I'm just like, where the fuck is his asshole at?
No, that shit hit in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw something where it was like Louisiana, but it looked like it was like in Houston. Some of the little swirls.
Yeah, on the outer skirts.
Yeah, and I
That
was
shit
like,
turned
fuck.
into Category 4. So hope everybody that went through that is okay. Shit, it's not
Yeah.
good.
Hopefully we get you through something, guys. Knock on wood for you. Gonna knock on wood
Yeah.
for you guys. My past weekend, it hasn't been much, guys. It wasn't exciting as it was last weekend. As you know, unemployment ends next month, the 6th. So your boy got to go job hunting, and let me tell you
Did your
something.
OnlyFans coming out?
I might have to slide up over there and give some toes. Listen, we talk a lot of. I don't know. I don't want to group us in. Okay, you can feel free to jump in, but I talk a lot of shit about fucking the thoughts that just go online and make money. I respect it. I have a hate love relationship for it. You know what I'm saying? I just have
It's
a
like
hate
a
love
double-edged
relationship.
sword.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. I hate how easy it is for women to make money, but I'm like, damn, that's what motivates me. Like, if they could fucking make money, anybody can make money.
Yeah.
But fuck, I was like, man, sometimes I just wish I could fucking finesse a
You get
bag
caught?
like that. No. Oh, no. Just finesse a
In the back of
bag.
your mouth.
So, your boy has to find, fill out some job applications, and I'm just, I'm like, where to start, I've applied everywhere around my house and worked, a few places, but I want to find somewhere where you just show up, you work, and you leave, That was what I was doing at my other job. But, like people got, involved into drama and wanted to involve you in stuff. And when you wouldn't give your opinion on shit, they fucking called you racist and a bunch of other shit,
Well, I think big corps are always gonna be like this. You can't avoid that shit.
Yeah, but I've worked jobs where like you were able to do something by delivery. I might have to find something for delivery. I don't know. I might have
Try
something.
Amazon Flex.
Yeah, I don't know. My girlfriend works for Jeffrey Bezos, and I don't know how I feel about it because I worked for Jeffrey in 2017, and man, to me it was boring. Right? I thought it was the
Yeah.
most boring job. That's me coming off the post office though. When I was working at the post office, that's
Oh
like,
yeah.
man, if you guys have ever worked at the post office, respect to you. I worked there. I was promoted to become a regular, and then I got into an argument with this racist ass fucking uh, manager, like assistant manager, supervisor chick.
Mhm.
And I told them fools I didn't want to do the mail until she fucking left or left me alone. And they kept trying to send me out, and I fucking quit, you know? So
Damn.
I did all that. I did like a year and a half of like working 6-7 days a week, fucking anywhere from 12 to 18 hours shifts
And falling. I remember.
and falling. Yeah, breaking my shit. Like I was always busy, you know? Me and you used to play, and I worked at the post office, and that shit stopped, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, your boy I just want to, you know, apply to places that I feel are going to be, just go there, you show up, you work, something different too. Like, I want to work probably like in a print shop, you know, doing stickers or doing
Oh, yeah, that'd be
shirts,
nice.
signs or something different. Cause, yeah, these other little jobs, I'm just not feeling them, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And, yeah, I'm doing that. I'm also in the process of, elevating my content again. I feel like I did a bunch of stuff last month, right? And then this month I feel like I fell off, you know?
Okay.
31 days, I probably dropped about like 13, 14 videos, streamed a bunch of hours. But I just want to do content, you know? I want to do something different. I saw a video, right? And I don't want to play the audio, and I don't know who the guy is, right? Let me see real quick, real fast, but I'll continue my story process. I saved the video because it kind of motivated me. I'll play it, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if I find it, okay? So this guy, I think his name is Gary V, okay? And he's having a
Okay, I know who that
conversation.
is.
You know who that is, okay? So he's having a conversation. This popped up on my TikTok, and I believe it's with a content creator, okay? And it's something that's similar to my story. So here's the audio.
You're telling me that you've done 300 videos and they still only get 20 or 30 views? Yeah, a couple things. You've made enough content with not enough views where my normal talk of like you're being impatient goes out the window. It's really tough to give this advice because it almost comes across as hurting one's feelings. But on the flip, I'm actually excited about it. You are very rare. You've gone hard enough, long enough around a certain way that you've given me the opportunity to give rare advice, which is, hey, you can't do that shit no more. You have to completely switch it up. That has been proven to me with those numbers as it does not work. Don't dwell that that's happening, but you definitely need to mix something up with your content. You got to try different shit. That doesn't need to be devastating, like, oh, nobody likes me or I suck. That needs to be, how do I make different content?
So that was Gary V. He was talking to a content creator. I'm assuming it's YouTube because it's over 400 videos.
Yeah.
I have about 560. My channel goes anywhere from up and down. Recently, it's kind of like plateaued, and some videos, like a giveaway video, it's like 5 views, and I'm like, I have 1,700 people. You know, like there's free merch. You know, all you have to do is comment, and I pick you. Like I'm not that type of sleazy little YouTuber who doesn't fucking send out shit. Like I've sent out plenty. You know.
Yeah.
Like I've went to GameStop, bought new games, and then drove straight to the post office with them and mailed them out, you know? So I feel like I feel like that's not good enough no more. At first, like I was telling myself, I'm impatient. And when I would tell my girlfriend, like, man, I need to do something different, she would say, like, oh, well, you never know. And watching that, I was like, I got to do something different. So I started coming up with ideas of how I want the channel to be and how I really want to make improvements. And it's going to be a lot of money, a lot of editing, but I'm willing to make it work because, yeah, I got over 500 videos on YouTube, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times you even search up like UFC 4, my shit pops up first, you know? And I'm very proud of that. Anytime you Google whatever we do, team kill, killing spree, it pops up, number one thing, you know? Like search engine shit is hard, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm working on changing content, and I'm starting to realize it's probably not going to be a drag, but it's definitely going to be a little costy. So yeah, gonna have to figure something out there. That's where a job comes in is going to help me out. So other than that, besides those two things, I'm going to start focusing on exercising. And I'm going to try to exercise when I wake up. At least go on like an hour walk or something, trying to figure something out. Dedicate maybe like an hour and a half, especially these 3 days, because my girlfriend doesn't work these days. So, it's fun to have a gym buddy. Go, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Except today I didn't go. I had to do stuff. But, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, go exercise. And then come and do content. And then just kind of incorporate that into my lifestyle. Because, bro, I'm getting heavy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm probably like maybe like I said, like last podcast, I'm like a pound or two shy. And I probably gained that pound or two since the other podcast. So I'm going to have to, just focus on getting healthy. And, that all comes with like dedicating yourself. Same way I dedicate myself to the channel, I feel I should dedicate myself to myself. And, and put at least a little effort, you know what I'm saying? Because I was getting healthy, and then your boy got COVID. And then, I was unemployed, so like shit went left for me again. So I'm gonna have to break that cycle. And once I do that, I'm just gonna hopefully, just kind of feel better, be more energetic, and like I'm telling you, I blame the COVID shot for a little bit, Then a week passed, and then like it's like, oh, you're sitting at the computer. You don't want to do editing. Let's get some gameplay. Oh, you get gameplay, but you don't want to edit it. And then it's to the point where like, oh, I don't want to do gameplay. I don't want to do TikToks. I don't want to do this, that, and the third for the video, for the content. I just want to kind of just sit down in this chair and just relax, Not that I feel burned out, because I don't feel burned out, but it's definitely something like I feel like it's starting to affect me mentally, where it's making me lazy and it's making me physically and mentally lazy. That's where we have another issue,
Yeah.
All the time I put in and shit, I just don't want to see it to go to waste, So, I'm going to have to incorporate that into my schedule. And hopefully, I can stick to it, get back to where I was. And by this time next year, hopefully, I can be a little thinner and I can tell people, hey, remember this podcast? I fucking said I was going to dedicate my shit. Well, guess what I did? So that's going to be a little goal for me, for this year. So starting today, technically, when you guys are hearing this, starting today, and then effectively go until I feel a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's ass. I don't know how to explain it. It's ass, bro. Like I lost a lot of weight and then fucking gained that shit right back. Oh, shit. I hate it, too. I hate that shit.
Yeah, well, you started off. I'm pretty sure you can reach the goal that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Yeah, a little light 100. We'll see what's up. But who else is ready to get some weight off their shoulders?
That hairline or what?
Headshot.
You, because I know writing jokes is it's a demon on your back. It's time for a rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Players ready up. 3, 2, 1.
This fool silencer's hairline is shaped like a Richard Mille watch.
Headshot.
Talking about hairlines now, huh?
Yeah. Have you seen a Richard Mille watch?
I know what it is, but you know what?
Oh, man, they're not pretty.
Headshot.
Okay. It's okay. Since you want to talk about heads, your head is so big that you have a camel toe with the back of your head, neck together, and they meet together. And they start talking to each other.
It's like a little lip.
Headshot.
Yeah. Why
little-
are you going at my head, bro?
A little lip talk.
That's the only thing that's why I wear a hat, just to cover that shit up. This ugly little lip right here. Fucking bitch. All right. All right, we're going there. All right. Silencer looks like a Saint Row reboot character. They got scrapped.
Headshot.
It was the test dummy.
No, yeah, it was like for the essay squad that they had, and they're like, nah, it looks too from there.
Headshot.
Want to make him look like he's from East LA, not fucking East Los Sinaloa.
East Los.
Isla Sinaloa.
All right, so with the Olympics, being around as they just passed, we, the crowd, and your followers want to know, how does it feel to come in bronze in the Special Olympics category?
Headshot.
Hey, at least I placed. Podium. Fucking Caesar. All right, time.
Game over.
Oh shit. Yeah, I fucking I saw this watch, right? Because everybody on my timeline seems to be fucking infatuated with this watch,
Yeah.
right? So I had the picture right next to like a picture of you I was photoshopping for the pod, but I scrapped it, right? And I put the watch next to it, and it like matched up perfectly with your head, and I was like, oh.
What a hairline.
Like, what a hairline. Oh, shit, that was a good one. All right, guys. We have a few topics. Okay, we shot the shit a little bit early, and now we're going to get into some juicy topics. Okay? We're revisiting a topic from a many moons and many pods ago. Okay?
Alrighty.
Now, we first talked about Dr. Disrespect and Twitch parting, right?
Yeah.
We kind of had whispers left and right of what may have happened and the rumors that were swirling around because Dr. Disrespect didn't say nothing. And while he was trying to find a new home, to where to stream, he didn't say anything. Now, he's streaming on YouTube, making videos on YouTube. No deal, right? And I just saw Dr. Lupo. Shout out to Dr. Lupo. Dr. Lupo, who is another good streamer, another doctor, if you will, signed an exclusive streaming deal with YouTube Gaming, right?
Okay.
Congratulations to him, right? He finessed the bag and he's getting paid, right? A lot of people wanted him to go to Twitch. Maybe Twitch wasn't offering the bag. Nonetheless, another person has went to YouTube. So, Dr. Disrespect, during a stream, said he knows the reason for his Twitch ban and is planning to sue Twitch over it. That's what I said. So, you have to think that this is 100% contractual.
Yeah.
Okay? He might have did something on his contract. They saw it. They gave him the boot, banned him. They did all that, right?
Yeah.
Now, if he says they're going to sue him, nobody says that without having any type of angle on their person that they're suing. That means that they found a loophole in something.
Yeah. They have leverage.
So we kind of didn't know what it is. There's still speculations to what it is. Now, here's a 1v1, okay? Dr. Disrespect versus Twitch. Who wins in the lawsuit and why?
Man, that's hard.
Right.
That is fucking hard.
I'll give you some time to think about it. I personally feel like he's going to lose. And here's why. I feel like Twitch, even though he knows the reason for the ban, I feel like they had something in the contract saying that they don't have to tell you why they terminate your contract. They just can kick you out, ban you. And when they go to court, I think that that's going to hold up in court. Now, if there's official documentation saying why they banned him and somebody leaked it or he got a hold of it and he presents it as evidence, I could see Dr. Disrespect getting the win. But I feel like Twitch right now, I feel like these platforms have these type of contracts that are just fucking proof, like foolproof,
Yeah.
All right, so how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like Twitch has it in the bag. It's kind of hard for a content creator that you're signing a contract with to win against a company that wrote that contract.
Right.
If they banned them, like you said, yeah, they definitely fucking crossed the line somewhere within the contract.
Yeah, and they banned him before the bathroom incident that he had. They got him micro banned.
Yeah, so there's no reason for a company that you're making money with them to ban you and for no reason, just for the fuck of it.
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear what it is. What small or big thing is happening because
because regardless, if he, if Twitch is left like that, and then this fool goes out and yeah, I'm gonna fucking sue them. What the fuck do you think Twitch is gonna do? That's a big ass company. They're gonna
right.
fucking sue his ass back.
Well, and then the other thing is too is that like let's not forget Ninja went to Mixer and like he fulfilled his contract and they were acting a certain way towards Ninja too. Like they banned his channel. They were putting porn links in his channel.
Oh yeah.
They were doing a bunch of other shit, a bunch of disrespectful things, and that's what I don't like about the app. They're really petty, and I feel like they're gonna do more petty things and bring up a bunch of situations, like a bunch of reports when he said the N word or something dumb.
Yeah.
They have to have some type of reason, and I feel like they have the reason. They know exactly what's happening, and if he takes them, this could drag out in court. I mean, we could be talking about this next year. Where they present evidence, because I don't think this is going to be a settlement type of thing. I think there's going to be a winner and a loser. And when there's a winner and a loser, guys, somebody has to pay the price. And I don't think it's going to be Twitch this time. So we'll leave it at that. But more interesting news, speaking of streamers, the game has been missing somebody, right? I'm not going to just say somebody. I'm going to narrow it down to about 2 individuals, okay? Now, I think I said this a few pods back. I asked you where TSM, Daequan, and Hamlinz were, right?
Oh yeah, I remember.
And I was like, man, Among Us was popping. Rust, excuse me, Warzone. Like I felt like a lot of games were missing their presence, because they're just really energetic. They're funny, and you know what? Random signs around, like I think Los Angeles or just anywhere in general, popular cities, signs were popping up asking people, where are they? Where are they?
Yeah.
And then a few days ago, a stream went live with the billboard. Okay, there was a billboard, and then there was a car with a camera inside facing the billboard and was streaming, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And, a few days, people passing by, the hype started to build, right? Why is this billboard showing us, Daequan and Hamlinz, right? I don't even want to call them TSM, Daequan and Hamlinz, just Daequan and Hamlinz, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, you see like 6 people in ski mask, one of them 6'4", the other one 5'0", and he came over here, he smashed the window. They grabbed the camera, they looked into it, and sure enough, it was Daequan and Hamlinz saying they're back. Thoomin. And guess what, guys? They are no longer TSM. They are actually a part of NRG. Okay.
That is wild.
That is 100% wild. Now, another place, another drama, that occurred that we're not going to be able to know, but it took, I want to say they were like 2018, 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
Strong. They were doing Fortnite. I was watching Fortnite, watching these guys, and I don't even like Fortnite like that,
Yeah.
So I was watching them. They're funny. They were unlike other streamers, they come from where I come from, a very like disenfranchised place, their humor, I get it. I understand it. So it's different. When you got the white guy complaining about shit, and the fucking white guy seems like he's had everything in life handed to him, you don't really like that guy. It's not something fun. But when you see somebody and you hear their background story, especially with them, because they've had their little interview videos, I related to them a lot, right? And I came to the podcast. I thought it was a reach to even bring the topic in there, but I did say that. I was like, man, they're missing. I wonder where they're at, and sure enough, here they are. So. How do you feel about their return, Silencer?
I feel like they missed it, and it's well accepted. I don't think that's like people were. I mean, I don't know. To be a streamer and people asking what the fuck happened to you, that means you have a good following. So with their return, I think, especially with being on with NRG, is gonna be good.
Right, yeah, because Daequan said he had some type of like back injury where he's never felt this type of pain before. A lot of people thought he was hurt. A lot of people thought there was some shadiness behind that. And then Hamlinz kind of just disappeared. They disappeared off Twitter. They disappeared off YouTube. I think the last time they even shared or did any type of content on their channels was a stream like a year ago, you know? And it wasn't even like a good stream, no good thumbnail. It was just like a stream for like an hour, and then they hopped off and were never to be seen again, you know?
What the hell?
So I think that there might be TSM drama. I think the same thing with Tfue happened with them.
Why they left?
Yeah. Well, I think they started realizing their contracts were a little, a little skimpy, a little withholding there was a big issue.
Yeah.
And, since they control technically, if you, whatever you sign in that contract, they might control your social medias. They might control your channel, your content, your stream.
Yeah.
They basically, if you like labels, you can't drop an album unless you drop it with us. And we're telling you right now not to drop an album. These guys weren't able to do nothing. And I think they might have just waited out their contract. They waited out their contract with TSM and signed with Energy. They have a little content house,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got a bunch of nice things. So do you feel like this might have been a issue over contract, or do you feel like they wanted to make a statement, or do you feel like they fell out of love? What do you think happened here exactly?
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the way things were going on with the contract.
Contractual, yeah.
But I still do feel like if it was something to do with the contract, the whole time that they were, off the grid, I'm pretty sure that the contract required them to pump out content, which kind of leaves it in the area where, if that was even the case,
You're right, but you could, let's say if you faked illnesses, they can't make you play if you're fighting an illness. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So when he said his back hurt and wasn't doing nothing, was doing updates and going to the chiropractor and doing all that shit, I don't think they could do anything from there,
Yeah.
So that's why I thought that they might have found a loophole, because any contract has a loophole. It just takes a good lawyer, a good team to find it. So, yeah, I think that it might have been contractual, and hopefully when they start streaming back, because I think they were streaming on the Energy channel, but I'm ready to see them get their shit back, or at least make a new channel and see what type of content they are going to do, because I feel like they missed out. They missed out on Fall Guys. They missed out on Among Us, Rust, Warzone, Apex. Like, they missed out on a bunch of games,
And NRG is pretty big on Apex, no?
Yeah, they are too. That's ACEU, that guy.
ASU, whatever.
Yeah, I think he's Energy. So, he's in there too. And, so they're in good hands, Fuck TSM. And then, another thing too that I saw was the third, because these guys, they were good, but they also had a third. His name was Myth, right? So it was Myth, Daequan, and Hamlinz. And Myth fell off, a little bit. A lot of people disrespect him, but I don't feel like I should shit on him any more than what I have to, But he did fall off a little bit from his Fortnite success. And he saw them, and he said, "No, I'm emotional. I miss my brothers. They were gone, and now they're back. And hopefully they can kind of rekindle that relationship, and hopefully it wasn't nothing too crazy."
Yeah.
Because you don't want to. I don't know. I'm huge on, like, I love content creators, right? Because I feel like I can relate to them. I can relate to some of their struggles. And I know what it's like to step away from your shit when you don't want to. When I had COVID, I stepped away from me doing content. And I was like, fuck, like I feel like shit, but I feel even more like shit that I'm leaving people, video less, and not giving them content, because of some other issue that I couldn't control. But imagine them at the prime, at the peak of their streaming career, just gone, disappeared, and now they're under a new camp, and now they have to start all over, seemingly.
Yeah, but it's gonna be for a better future. It's gonna be just overall. But for these guys, I think whatever they did with TSM is gonna be just a little tiny glimpse of what the future can hold,
Right.
being with the NRG.
Right. Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah, I'm ready to see just them back and what they're gonna do. You know, I hope that they do some type of like throwback stream and
Yeah.
go visit some games where they fucking where they could have shined and did their thing. You know, we might actually get like another game. You know, like another a hot game where we could like all join in on the trend. You know, so
Oh yeah.
we'll leave that there. This next story is very interesting, Silencer.
Is it?
We came to the podcast a few times talking about the value of certain games, right? Certain little collectibles that people were selling, breaking
Oh, yeah.
records and doing things, right? Well, this person in particular thought something was a little strange, right? And I felt this, and this is going to be a bigger topic, okay? But here we go. Report accuses retro game grading firm and auction house of fraud. Do you know what that means, Silencer?
Kinda and kinda no.
So retro
So-
gaming is really popular, right?
Yeah.
Collection is really popular now.
Okay.
The grading system is proving that the authenticity of this is in perfect condition, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's untouched. There's no marks. It's a perfect thing of the game. It's essentially brand new, right? It tells you, it helps you.
condition.
Yeah, perfect. It does things that it separates it from the normal stuff and makes it more easier to buy because you know that it's brand new, right?
Yeah.
Now, sometimes you got to go to auctions, and sometimes the auctions go super high. Okay. Now we have a way deep conspiracy here. Okay.
Okay.
Now they're saying that not only are the games false graded, right, where the graded shit is like, if it says it's a 10, it's not a 10, it's like a 4 because it's creases, the game's fucked up inside, but they put it in the casing and somebody opened the casing to play it
Ooh.
and they found out this shit, right? So that's one thing, right? The other thing is the auction house, the auctions would go so high, and they would only go high because people in the auction house that worked for them would start throwing around numbers, so the auction would get sky high and the buyer would get so desperate and spend $500,000 on something.
Mm.
So how do you feel about this overall before I get into the article?
Scammers. I mean, I'm not, because it not even only with this auction, like even with cars, in car auctions, there's a lot of sneaky people. I've had the experience where in the car world, so for example, there's this thick oil that looks like honey, right?
Right.
Now, by putting this oil, if the engine is ticking or knocking, it definitely needs a rebuild. Now, I've seen some people put this oil, and it creates a temporary, like sticky, lubrication where it doesn't knock.
Right.
These assholes take it to the auction. They mark it as good condition, and they fucking sell it. Fucking whoever bought it drives it back to the shop or whatever, and then fucking does the oil change, and boom, knocks the fuck out. So it's not. I feel like I'm not surprised that it happened. I'm just surprised of how long it took for people to start figuring it out.
I've always had this thing, right, where grading. Why would people? I understand why people get it graded, right?
Yeah.
But I always ask myself, why do people buy expensive shit and then they're just going to keep it in the thing, right? Collectibles. Because a lot of times I saw somebody get like an action figure, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. And then the guy said that he opened it. And I was like, well, why did you open it if it was graded, right? He said, to check everything and just to play with it, right? But I've always heard whispers of that these things were fake. These grading things, you could fake them, sell it, and then when somebody had the nerve, right, to ruin the collector value of the thing, they would open it on up, and guess what? It'd be a fucking fake. It'd be a Chinese duplicate. It would be 2 cards, so one back because it doesn't have the original backing or the backing's damaged, but the front's nice, or vice versa. There was always little things that people were finding, right? But to hear that an auction house and a grading firm are in cahoots, and they're basically just inflating the value of the collectible games artificially. That is a fucking scam, bro. And even just like the little breadcrumbs of conspiracy theories, that's gonna open up a whole new gateway of problems.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is
Like,
wild.
imagine everything that has been graded from fucking years ago is gonna go into this basically a hole where it's just they're gonna lose value.
Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy. Let's see here. So in one of the videos explaining a fraud, Jobst explains the chairman of Heritage Auctions allegedly set an initial record price for Super Mario Bros. This same world record was then used as a part of a press release. Okay, and here it says right here. So what you have here is a chairman of the auction house buying a game for a record price and then creating a press release about his own purchase, in which himself and the president of the grading company are stating that the value of the game is going up. He then advertises that his own game will be going up for auction in the future through his own auction house.
Through his own auction house.
Through his own auction house. Right? So
Does
we
it
have
smell like
it smells like bullshit. It smells
Yeah.
like, it smells like a digital
smells like a
bullshit.
setup.
Grade 10 bullshit.
Smells like smells like something's about to be how do you say it? Fixed.
Right. It's looking very a Warzone hackerish to me, okay? So a statement from Heritage says, Heritage strongly refutes any allegation that it or its officers are involved in shield bidding, market manipulation, or any similarly illegal or unethical practices. Heritage prides itself on our transparency and being a building that built by for the collectors. With this in mind, we welcome the opportunity to discuss the video game marketplace further and would invite Mr. Jobst to our world headquarters in Dallas to tour our operations and speak further with leadership. So they weren't the only ones that were under hot water. The other company too was named Wada Games, okay?
Water games.
Wada Games. And they also responded with their own type of statement, which says, Wada Games is a trusted leader in collectible video game grading, and we're honored to play a key role in this booming industry that we are about to incredibly blow up and be passionate about. We're humbled by the support of our thousands of customers who trust us to provide accurate and transparent grading. The claims in this video are completely baseless and defamatory, and it is unfortunate that Mr. Jobs did not contact us to give us the opportunity to correct him. So you basically have somebody crying wolf, and wolves are crying back. Nobody wants to get caught doing this bullshit. And you have statements going out left and right saying, that's not true, come see our stuff. It's a little sus. Okay? It's a little sus, and here's why. We'll use the military. You think the military, in whatever war, you think we go and we tell the other people what the fuck we're doing? No, we tell them when we do stuff,
Yeah.
So you know why? So they don't prepare a defense.
A surprise attack.
That's a surprise, a Trojan horse, Why would this guy go and tell these companies, hey, you know what? I think it's bullshit. Let me go over there. Right?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, sure. We'll get you something on fucking Friday to fly out here, right?
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they're fucking scramming to get any type of evidence out of there. They're working on a routine. They're working on the tour that's going to show him this, but not enough, And I don't think they're going to give the honest answer. So everything right now is alleged, but this guy, Mr. Jobs, he's showing you guys something, okay? If
Yeah.
it smells like shit, looks like shit, it is shit. That's what I have to say. So how do you feel about that after hearing both of the statements from both companies?
I feel like one of these is gonna shine bright like a diamond,
Right.
and I hope that that this gets settled, because if it doesn't, it's just gonna continue to basically rise up the cost on whatever it is. One says one thing, the other one says no. It's like two little kids fucking fighting over who did what.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are saying they didn't do it.
But
So
one of them
imagine,
did it.
yeah, and then they're just hiding behind it, but it'll come to a point where the sneaky one will start to get a little bit more market share and do stupid things because they're able to, how to say, like control the market how they want to. And I don't know, it's gonna be a little nice war that's gonna happen, you know?
Yeah, it's gonna cause some issues, but I think it's gonna keep everybody, especially collectors, on their toes. Now they're gonna get they're not gonna just take the fact that it's graded, for granted. Now they're gonna look at it graded, and then they might even do their own type of thing, where they like make it sure that it's graded properly and send it to another person that's gonna grade it. And
But if the grading system or whatever, it just took a big hit, I think that collectors is gonna be one of the least important things that they look for. You can have a shiny ass shell on the outside. The fucking motherboard is all fucking nasty with sticky missing parts inside,
yeah,
So I feel like this is gonna take a bust in the whole grading thing, where as getting collectibles is not going to be the biggest factor of the price of the collectible.
yeah, it's gonna require something like else, bro. Like it's not just gonna have to be like the just like the piece just enclosed in some type of plastic container. They're gonna have to enclose like some type of DVD of you rating it and expecting it, and then putting it in there. Like from beginning to end. Once you close it and once you put it in the thing, like there should be like some type of footage. And then when you get that sent, you also get your copy of what they did to look at it, how they graded it, what they found, and that way when you sell it, you could be like, oh, this shit's empty. This is bullshit. Like, okay, here, as a matter of fact, here's a video, here's this of them grading it. Boom, here's the 100% proof now. Because now they're not being trusted, and that's the issue. Now people are not only just going to either not buy collectibles, they're going to destroy collectibles by opening it and making sure that it's it's graded properly.
Yeah, true.
Or even have the thing that they're like they spent so much money on. Nobody wants to buy a piece of plastic and fucking box art. People want to buy the box art in perfect condition.
Yeah, it's gonna lose credibility. So
that's about it, guys. I think they're gonna be done. So I'll keep you guys,
see what happens in
updated.
the future.
Yeah, we'll see what's updated. But let me tell you something. I've always thought that this was trash. I've learned from my uncle when we used to go and smash cans and give them to the place where you give the cans. Remember the little 5 cents per can?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we used to put rocks in them because they were too lazy to fucking look at every can. So they did it by weight. So when you would smash rocks in the can, and then you'd smash the can, the can would weigh like 4 or 5 cans. You do that to every can. Yeah, you do that to every can. You have volume. They're not going to look at it. They weigh it. Oh, you have 700 cans. Here's fucking $20. When you only had maybe fucking a couple hundred in there,
Yeah.
So I learned from there that you should never trust, you should never trust that type of situation where they don't look at shit. So, all right, we're moving on. We got about 3 more topics and then we're out of here. Okay, this one should be a fairly quick one. Okay, it features a scumbag pro, another pro player that squanders their opportunity doing something illegal. Okay.
Okay.
This one takes the cake. Former PUBG Pro Taylor J dead after police manhunt over attempted homicide. Yes, I didn't even know PUBG had professional players, but considering the fact that it's a royale, yeah, they have PUBG esports and pro players, and this one of the guys, his name was Taylor Jeffrey Johnson. He was pronounced dead after shooting himself after the Pennsylvania police closed in on him at the end of a 5-hour manhunt over an attempted homicide. The 24-year-old was treated on the scene but died from his injuries. Let's see here. Let's see here what they say here. Johnson, 24, fled the police after the attempted arrest for an outstanding homicide warrant, as state police were notified of his presence in the Adams County around 3 p.m. They found him in his vehicle abandoned on Route 234. Soon after, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper Megan Ammerman told local media that police searched for Johnson for 5 hours. When they encountered him at the end of the search, he shot himself. They don't exactly say. Here we go, right here. The homicide warrant the police Pennsylvania State acted on was due to an altercation between Johnson and a woman in her 20s the day before. Johnson shot the woman multiple times. The shooting was believed to be the result of a domestic dispute. The woman was transported to a hospital and has since been listed as in a stable condition. So that's where the attempted homicide goes, you know?
What is it with all these fucking streamers or fucking, you know, being so prone to some kind of domestic violence? Yeah.
To violence. Let me tell you something. I can tell you why, but it's not an excuse.
But it's only towards fucking women. Remember that
women,
that other asshole that it was like in Russia or some shit?
Yeah, he killed his teammate.
Yeah,
we covered that. I'm gonna say it like this, okay? And I've said this plenty of times. I said it in general, but I've said this. I say it all the time in relationships. When you're mad at your woman, leave at the very first sight. When she smacks you, when she cuts you off, she puts your, she mushes your face. Leave. Don't hit her. Leave. It'll escalate. A man's pride can only go so far. Okay? That's my word of advice. The next thing that I was going to say is, why do I feel like he would shoot them? A lot of gamers have anger issues. Let's not bounce around the fact. You know how many times me and you get on this game, we get on Apex, and I'm like, fuck! And I get pissed, you know what I'm saying? Not enough to beat a woman, not enough to chase a woman down, But it builds up. It builds up for multiple losses in games, and I can only imagine as a pro player of a game such as PUBG, and not only that, like just being around esports and being on a team, perhaps. This could be a lot of stress, and him and the woman might have been arguing. They don't say what about, but I'm pretty sure the chick said what she had to say and got right under his skin, and he acted on it. Luckily, she's survived and she's in a stable condition, but we saw how it ended for him. And I always tell people, sometimes you just got to leave, If domestic dispute, that means you guys were in a relationship. You guys were doing things, You were closer than you were with Jane Doe, who was just walking down the street, You gotta stay. You gotta stay away. You gotta stay away from any issues.
Who was this woman? That was he some kind of? I'm pretty sure that was not his girl.
It might have been like a little piece. These gamers, they be running through these groupies, so to speak.
Yeah.
I was surprised, but I see a lot of esports pros with some hotties, with some little groupies here and there. They all seem to break up and date, and they'll date the next one, because they have a following, and sometimes, they might be attractive. I've seen like the phase guys. The phase guys always get the Instagram thoughts.
Oh,
They
yeah.
always get those. So I can only imagine. He doesn't look like a bad looking person, but I just he fucked up. He fucked up his life, and he had some anger issues, and he threw away his life. Because he did the coward shit. He took the coward's
Yeah.
way out. He knew exactly what was going to happen. He didn't want to face the social media stuff, the statements,
The consequences.
the consequences of jail, because it's attempted homicide. Okay, you shot her. It's not like you plotted to do it. You shot her. Who knows if the gun was even registered to you?
Yeah.
And then you ran away. You fled from the scene. It's gonna stack up against you. He would have probably did life in prison, and I don't think death penalty. Depending on where he's from, Pennsylvania, it doesn't seem like the place that has a death penalty. You gotta go away from these women, okay? So, and I'm not just saying it for women. I can say it for men too. When men are acting away, when men are acting violent, and men are certainly mad, and you can look in their face, and they're just disgruntled, and I wouldn't say shit. I wouldn't say that thing you think is gonna be a haymaker that's gonna shake the room and get under his skin. Don't say it. That face that you don't like that he makes, don't smack him. Get away from him. Get away from each other. It's for the best for both of you, because then you'll end up in a situation like this. So, Silencer, I did enough talking. How do you feel about this?
Coward.
Yeah.
Cowardness. I don't know what else to say. I mean, just like you, I've always been the type where no matter what situation you're on, a woman is off limits to harm,
Right.
And I don't know, there's no other words to describe it, just cowardness. Especially how he just fucking took the easy way out instead of facing, like a responsible human being. But no, just decided to dip out.
Yeah. You think his KD dropped? He got a hit marker on the other chick, and then fucking if we're going by split game rules, when you kill yourself, they take away a point from your squad. So
That anti-cheat hit him hard.
yeah, you fucking bitch. That aim assist. Kidding.
When aim assist backfires.
Oh shit. Kidding, guys. He's an asshole. He shot somebody, but you gotta God bless the dead. But we gotta throw in a few jokes in there. We're not 100% PC. Okay. So
Yeah.
is there anything you want to add to that last topic? Because we got 2 more topics and then we're out of here.
No, there's nothing else to add. I mean,
Yeah.
that's everything was said.
Yeah, just be careful,
Everything was
guys.
said.
Yeah, just be careful. I've seen too many people die over video
Recently,
game
yeah.
encounters. Yeah, just over, especially pro players. You're making money. You're doing what you love. You have the skill, obviously, because you're on a team and you're a professional. You're labeled a pro, and you just fucking fuck it up. And you do shit like this, and now you're spending, you live 24 years. At 24 years, that's young. That is young. So yeah, we'll move on. All right, this topic I wanted to talk about. Okay, I was a little excited for this. I had no clue. Okay, your boy had to try it out for himself. That's how interested I was, and guess what? It worked. And I kind of feel like this is going to be an issue and going to get it removed. But here we go. Steam's 2-hour refund policy forces horror developer into indefinite absence. So, Silencer Free, if you don't know what this means, okay, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
Steam has a refund policy that you can get a full refund in 2 hours from your purchase. Okay. So if you bought the game at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you have until 1:59 to return it. Anything past 2 hours, you officially own the game. Okay.
Yeah.
This has become an issue with speedrunners beating games within the 2 hours and then refunding the game. Okay, and this is what happened to this one developer. Now, before I read the article, Silencer, what are your thoughts initially?
So Steam just decided to give a refund policy on any game, or is it specific categories?
I think it's any game. So it's basically said that it's they know that they have a huge number of returns, but it's they only really do it to these small developer games. These games that
Like the
these,
indie ones?
yeah, there's little indie developers that they developed a game that could be beaten in like 1 or 2 hours. Especially these YouTubers, they go and they get footage, such as I,
Yeah.
and you go, you get some footage, you return the game, boom, you never have to buy it.
I don't know. I mean, it can either be, from my standpoint, it can either be good or bad.
Right.
I would say it's good in a way that the consumer gets to like a demo. Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, okay, then just fucking return it. Such as you can return anything at another store, even clothes. I don't like this. Fuck it. I'm gonna go return it. Get your money back. Okay. You can even get a fucking car that's like 30, 40 grand and return it. So when it comes to games, if I play it and knowing in the back of my mind I can return it, but I enjoy the game, why the fuck would I return it?
Well, so it's a tough call. Okay.
It's a 50-50 if you look at it in both ways.
Yes, it is 100% 50-50. The thing is I always felt like buying digital was a cop out, right? Because you could not return it. You could not return it. You bought a game, you bought it accidentally, you bought the first part instead of the second part, the remastered version instead of the, you know what I'm saying? There's been shit that's like been bought digitally where I'm like, fuck, I wish I could return this, Let's say, for example, let's say the Alien game me and you played, okay? Let's say me and you beat it. We didn't like the ending. We don't want to wait around for the DLC. We got footage. Let's go return it, If you had the physical copy, yeah, that'd be easy. You can go to GameStop, get some of your money back, boom. But with digital, there's a market for people that buy things and can't return it because of policies introduced by Xbox and introduced by PlayStation. So they said, you know what, fuck the demo. Who's beating games? How the level of naivete for these companies that don't know that speedrunners exist. They think, hey, all right, you know what? We give a 2-hour refund policy on downloadable games, right?
Yeah.
So they do that. It's a good window. It's a really good window. It's a fair window. Because maybe you play a game, you don't like it, boom, you return it, you keep your money. Now, that would go for something like Assassin's Creed or Crusader Kings 3 or even God of War, if it was on there, and it would be like
one of these big games.
Yeah, one of those big games, But if it's a horror game where you got to rush through it, do all this stuff, yeah, somebody's going to be able to find it, and maybe they don't feel like the price is fair. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
So, this in particular happened to a small developer. Okay? And her name is Amica Games. I don't know if that's a company or if that's a person, but let me see here. Amica Games are without funds to continue the work on their next game from day to day, and as a result, they've issued a statement saying they're leaving game development for an indefinite time to collect their thoughts. And here is the statement that they put out. They said, "Friends, thank you for your support. I'm leaving game development for an indefinite time to collect my thoughts. The fact is that my game, Summer of 58, does not reach 2 hours of playing time by Steam standards. In this regard, a huge number of returns on the game, even with positive reviews, and I do not earn anything to create a new game. Thank you very much for supporting me. I am very glad that you like my games, but since I have no conditions to do something new, I have to do something else, and I will immediately answer everyone who ask about from day to day. This game will not see the light of day in the near future. See you later." So you can tell they're hurt.
Okay.
So it's a short 90-minute experience. She could have probably changed it, but the thing is, developing a game seems to be hard as fuck. And even adding in those extra 30 minutes require who knows how many months of editing, testing, debugging, money, time, effort, creativity. And sometimes they don't have that. Maybe they, in their mind, they created the perfect, 90-minute game and people beat it in 90 minutes and they say, you know what, this game was fun, but I'd like my money back.
So here's the issue that I have. Okay, yeah, it's shitty that people were doing that, but you as a developer and maybe, the Steam, like the cap is 2 hours and your game is 90 minutes. Why the fuck did you not think that this was gonna happen?
Yeah.
That business decision is kind of stupid.
Well, sometimes people don't read terms of conditions and terms of service. And sometimes they just want to put their game out. And like I just said right now, maybe they felt like in their mind they built the perfect game and have no idea of this policy. Then they start realizing that people are getting refunds and they're like, whoa, what the fuck? How are people getting refunds? And then you start to put two and two together and then you're like, well, I sold, just imagine, okay? You sell 1 million copies for $1.
Yeah.
1 million people get refunds. You had 1 million, you lost 1 million. How would you feel?
I mean, it would suck, but
It would suck, yeah.
at the end of the day, if it was nobody's fault, but the people who are introducing the game to a platform that literally tells you that they can be returned within 2 hours.
Yeah.
Now, the smart thing to do here would be try and figure out a way to make the game playable, even if it's 90 minutes. When you reach a certain percentage, they don't allow returns anymore. And I think the percentage is far more fair than, a clock, because you can run through the fucking game with 90 minutes in 2 hours. But then if you reach 15% of the game, you're locked into it. You can't return it. By 15%, I'm pretty sure whether you like the game or not to keep it.
Yeah, that too. They would have to implement some different things. I would say a percentage seemed pretty fair, but I would even go with trophies. Steam gives you trophies for these games, and I would be like, I would have trophies implemented, saying that this level they beat this level, they beat this level. Boom, these levels are on average time. They dedicate maybe 45 minutes to each level. That would help people, even if it wasn't 45 minutes, even if it wasn't 2 hours. They would still have a chance to keep their money. So I feel for the person, but at the same time, it's like you said, you should have read. You should have read the terms and conditions. And even if your game was beatable in an hour and a half, no speed run or not.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes people just didn't like the game. We can't just say all your returns are based off of the fact that your game is 90 minutes. We said this last time. Maybe sometimes your game is ass and people weren't feeling it.
You don't want to accept it, yeah.
They don't want to accept it. The fact that the game is trash and positive reviews don't mean shit. I've seen restaurants with positive reviews that were terrible.
It tastes like ass, yeah.
And it tastes like ass. It almost seemed like they lied, So I don't know what the situation that this person was in, this developers were in, but they set themselves up for failure, Like you just said, they should have known, and if they known, yeah.
It's a bad business call.
It's a bad business move, and I'd hate to be you. I'd hate to waste all that money, waste all that time just for you to not be able to, prosper, But like you said. It might be ass. Let's be real. I might have to check out this game. Summer of '58. I might have to look at it, and if the game is ass, I'll tell everybody right now it was ass. Okay, but I kind of feel like it's a mixture of it was ass and it was people abusing the system as well. So,
yeah,
50-50. If it was Call of Duty and people played an hour of Call of Duty, I would understand people doing returns. But sometimes these small little indie gamers, they make games, the art, the thumbnails, the concept art, the logo. Yeah, it looks all badass. You get into the game, it's fucking trash. So,
yeah.
I'm going to have to look at it. Okay, I'll have to get back to you. So what are your final thoughts on that, Silencer?
I feel bad for them, but you know, at the end of the day, it was a mistake that could have been avoided by reading the terms and conditions and policies that come with the service. So
Right. And
it's not all to blame the gamers or because you know you put in a restaurant fucking free food between 2 to 3. What the fuck do you think people are gonna do? They're
show
gonna
up
go to
only
your
at 2 or
restaurant,
3.
gobble up all the free shit, and then dip.
Right.
I mean, it's impossible to to have that mentality where, oh yeah, people are not gonna fuck me over. No. So
Yeah.
that's why you need to be extra careful.
Well, you know what else too? I used to remember. Let's see if I can still remember what it was for returns. It was like when people bought something and it was commission based, right? And
Yeah.
they say, yeah, you'd get a return, but the guy that sold you the shit, he'd still get a percentage. You know?
Okay, I get you. Yeah.
There used to be like, I mean, there still is. Sometimes when you buy
Yeah.
things, just because you return it, the guy still gets a thing because that's how he got paid. You know.
The
So
same thing with a restocking fee.
yeah. So there should have been some type of base pay. You're like, all right, you know what? Even if there's a refund, we're still going to give you money
Yeah.
because of that, you know. But it's tricky with the 90-minute thing. People could say that they played it, they beat it, or they just didn't enjoy it. But I feel like if they sold the game, right? They sold it, they should get some money back. And whose pockets it would come out of? I would have to say that it would have to be Steam's, you know, and that's another issue as well because I doubt Steam wants to give up tons of money just because they want to refine their refund policy, you know, because it's going to be bad business for them,
Yeah.
and then bad business between them and the developers, you know, because they're going to be like, oh, we paid all this money, and eventually, I don't know, I disagree with Fortnite's. They have a return policy where you can only return 2 things ever. In
What the
Fortnite.
fuck?
Yeah, if you buy a skin, you buy a bundle, people would play as a skin and they would return it, right? I did this plenty of times. I did it twice. I bought something, played with it, made a video, sold it, right, returned it for a refund. Bought another skin, returned the last skin, and then I ran out of refunds. And then one of the times I bought something and it was really expensive and I couldn't return it, and I was just stuck there like, whoa, where did all these returns go? And then I realized what I did with it, and yeah, it kind of fucked me over. So I think that they should kind of do some shit like that too, with like maybe like a 6-month type of deal. You know, like every
Yeah.
6 months you could return it maybe like 2 times.
Yeah, that'll be smart.
Yeah, something small like that. But yeah, sometimes maybe the game is ass. Sometimes you know it's people abusing the system. So I think with this outcry and this light being shined on the situation, they might update their policies here soon. So I'll definitely keep you guys up to date.
Hopefully they do.
Hopefully. So we're on to the last topic, and then we are out of here, Silencer. So the other day, I was scrolling IG, minding my own business. A video smacked me in the face. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Okay.
It was Soulja Boy, right?
Oh, ho, ho.
Soulja Boy, another $1 million endorsement for Soulja Boy, the young soldier, young Draco.
Yeah.
You know, he started going how he's the first rapper to do this. He's the first rapper to do this. Then this video I saw, and I was like, holy shit, he's the first rapper. But the first rapper to do what, you guys ask? Well, I don't know exactly how to answer that because now there are reports saying it's all cap. Soulja Boy said that he was the owner of Atari.
What the fuck?
Right? He said he was the first rapper to have video games. He abandoned his own little thing, or they were combining forces with his little video game, and they were going to put it with Atari stuff and make it into a super console thing, right?
Yeah.
He was showing dollar bills. He was, you know, who am I to deny young soldier his tokens, okay? His tokens of appreciation. But, you know, sometimes people lie and corporations like to step in. And so Atari denies it is owned by Soulja Boy. Right? So this guy never really stops saying what he does, what he owns. So let's see right here. In the video, he says, I signed 2 deals with Atari before exhorting his followers to find Atari on Twitter. We're going to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Is what he said in the video. He continued talking. He said some other announcement where he signed Tom Cruise's son. I thought it was funny. His son, Chet Hanks, he has some music coming out. He's just signing deals left and right.
Yeah.
Got the Atari guys, ready to come over here. So he says, we know that CEO of Atari is a dream job, but that honor belongs to Wade Rosen. Seemingly shutting down the fact that he owned Atari. So, does Wade Rosen know that he's being replaced by young Draco, or is Soulja Boy lying again?
Soulja Boy is a fucking. This fool just loves to stay relevant, whether it's a fucking lie or not.
Right.
This fool's he's a life form of fucking clickbait.
Yeah. He's one of the YouTube guys, one of the first guys on YouTube. His video went crazy.
Yeah.
Even right now, as we speaking of clout chasing and dick riding, this guy is beefing with Kanye about some trash verse they took off of Donda. So he finds a way to stay into these headlines, right? So I thought it was funny. I don't know if he made some type of deal. They pretty much said the CEO job was a no-go, but they didn't say nothing about those other two deals. They didn't say nothing about the deals, him and his partnership.
He probably just thought it was fucking ridiculous to even mention those.
Right. Yeah. I don't know exactly what's really going on. Soulja Boy seems to be a nice guy, but his announcement took me by surprise. I was like, damn, look at this. What type of money he got buying Atari? Like, they got Atari World coming soon. Are you telling me, Silencer, that Big Draco can't come to the hood? The Atari hood? Okay. Atari. That's cool. Look at you going racial. You fucking guy. Gonna get us canceled.
Hey, if people can call me wetback, I can clap back.
The only person that calls you that is me. And a few subscribers I gotta fucking block out here and there that think they're funny. Oh, yeah. So, expect...
he's a fucking character.
Yeah, I thought he was funny. He seemed very adamant about him signing some type of deal and said he owned Atari. They didn't say that they didn't sign a deal with him, and I wonder what it could be, because if you guys know that he had his own consoles, right? He had his own Soulja Boy console.
People are still waiting for that shit to be shipped to them.
Yeah. You think it's coming out?
Hell no.
You think it's coming out? This shit looks like a fucking Wii, bro. Let's see what it's called.
I think Nintendo fucking sued him.
Yeah, because it did look like a Wii.
Yeah, they told him to fucking chill out, or he was gonna go to court for licensing in fragments.
Yeah, look at Nintendo. So it was called the Soulja console, Soulja Boy game console. He had a handheld one and a fucking actual solid console. It looks like when your mom says, "No, we have Wii at home," and it's like she got that shit from Mexico, and like it looks like a Wii, but the inside has fucking arcade games from 1980 and on.
That shit's wild.
That's how it looks. Yeah, it's whatever. So hopefully we get more information on that from Soulja Boy. I'm waiting to see. I'm very excited to see what he got's cooking up. But yeah, that is today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little longer than normal. A little bit, the energy might not be there, guys. I was feeling a little bad, but now I feel a lot better. I had like anxiety early on while we were playing Aliens. Yeah, and I was fighting through that shit at the beginning of the pod. And once I got that shit off my chest, I started to act a little better. So, I feel better. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Much love. I showed Silencer the places we got people listening to. Shout out to South Africa, the UK, Canada, Mexico, United States. We got a few people in Europe, Italy, Korea, one of the Koreas, Asia. We got people listening, and hello.
Hola.
Yeah, hola, senor. Silencer, what are your tips for the end of the day?
my tips. I don't have any.
Or
because
your suggestions, whatever.
if you are going to order your next Soulja Boy console, make sure that, you know, it's well equipped with the latest technology. And just say bye to that money. Because it's going to get funded by the Atari world.
Yeah, that's some decent advice. And listen, guys, you know, if you're dating a gamer girl, you know, you're kind of in the courting process. She really hasn't given you any, you know. I would say go all out and buy her a game on Steam. And within the 2 hours of you giving it to her, if she doesn't give you anything, you can just hit refund and get your money back and, you know, tell her where you stand in the relationship. And with that being said, guys, my name is Killing Spree 37.
Name silencer.
We're out!
Killing Spree 37!
Give me some chon chon.
The champion of the world, Killing Spree 37!